Have you ever wondered how the delicate balance of power shifts on the global stage? To answer that, we must turn our gaze towards Iran, a nation that's been in the limelight for its recent actions. Iran has imposed sanctions on some American and British individuals and institutions involved in terrorism and human rights violations through supporting Israel's barbaric acts against Palestinians, especially those in the Gaza Strip. In a statement released on Thursday, the Iranian Foreign Ministry said the embargo on U.S. individuals and entities falls in line with the Islamic Republic's human rights obligations, as well as commitments to combat terror and counter the financing of the scourge. The sanctions target the American companies including Lockheed Martin Corporation, General Dynamics Corporation, and Skydio for supplying the occupying regime with weapons. Chevron Corporation is also included in the list for providing Israel with revenue by assisting it in the exploitation of gas wells in the eastern Mediterranean. Additionally, Caron Company is blacklisted due to its role in the banning of the Palestinian Hamas resistance group by the U.S. Treasury Department. Meanwhile, the American figures that are placed under Iranian sanctions are Jason Greenblatt, Executive Vice President and Chief Legal Officer to Donald Trump and the Trump Organization, and his advisor on Israel, Michael Rubin, a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, and Jason Brodsky, Policy Director of United Against Nuclear Iran. Clifford D. May, founder and president of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, CEO of RTX Corporation Gregory J. Hayes, Commander U.S. Special Operations Command Brian P. Fenton, and U.S. Navy 5th Fleet Commander Brad Cooper are among the U.S. individuals blacklisted. In a separate statement, the Iranian Foreign Ministry announced the names of the British figures and entities sanctioned for supporting and facilitating the Zionist regime's terrorist acts, systematic rights violation, warmongering, use of heavy and prohibited weapons against civilian, displacement of Palestinians, expansion of illegal settlements, and continuation of the Palestinian territories' occupation. The list includes Royal Air Force Akrotiri in Cyprus, Royal Navy in Red Sea, HMC Diamond, Elbit Systems, Parker Meggitt Company, and Rafael UK. It further targets UK Defence Secretary Grant Shapps, along with military commanders James Hockenhull, Sharon Nesmith, Paul Raymond Griffiths, Adrian Byrd, Richard Kemp, Simon Cloak, and Peter Ivans. All relevant national institutions of the Islamic Republic will take the necessary measures, including the blocking of accounts and transactions in the Iranian financial and banking systems, blocking of assets, as well as prohibition of visa issuance and entry to the territory of the Islamic Republic of Iran for effective implementation of the above-mentioned sanctions, read the statement. Obviously, the sanctions do not exempt the persons from prosecution at competent courts for their involvement in criminal activities. Israel waged a genocidal war on the besieged Gaza on October 7th after Hamas carried out a historic operation against the usurping entity in retaliation for its intensified atrocities against the Palestinian people. The Tel Aviv regime has so far killed at least 34,568 Palestinians, mostly women and children, and injured 77,765 others. So what does all this mean? Iran is not merely reacting to global events, but actively shaping its foreign policy to protect its interests. In conclusion, the events unfolding in Iran and its strategic moves on the global stage are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger narrative that has significant implications for global diplomacy and power dynamics.